Okay, I'm auto swapping both my cars. Well, the red one I have is already auto, but the green drift car that I built this winter, has a T5 in it. So I'm gonna be pulling the T5, pulling the Slave Master, and then doing an 8 HP swap. So I've got stuff from Dami Works, which is such nice quality. For the trans adapt, we've got the bell housing adapter, which fits perfect, goes around your crank position sensor perfectly. You don't have to cut this, well, you just have to notch these off because there's two different styles for two different starters, but that all billet stuff is super sick. And then there's the torque converter adapter. So you use the stock flex plate off of a red block Volvo, and then you bolt this to the torque converter, and then bolt this to your flex plate, and it all bolts up real nice. Comes with the nice automatic, whatever the pilot bearing's called. And then for an 8 HP 45, which is what I have, they have a slightly different bell housing. I'd say they're more accessible here in North America because they come on the N20 4-cylinder BMWs, because you have to get a rear wheel drive 8 HP, and here they're basically all X-drive all-wheel drives. So the 8 HP 45, I'm sure it'll be enough for a 4-cylinder. Like, for whatever this power is going to put down, I'm sure this train will be strong enough. But the 45 comes with kind of a flared out torque converter, so you have to buy this added piece from Dami Works, which sucks, but it's like $500 or $600. So that goes onto there, then that goes onto there, and then that goes onto the engine. But all pretty simple stuff. I think you just have to notch out where your crank position sensor is, and then notch a little bit where your starter is, like kind of when I did my 960 PMC adapter Getrag BMW swap. Similar, just cut a couple little notches, no big dealio. And then for the clutch, we're gonna have a clutch obviously with the drift car. It's an electronically actuated one, so that bolts right into your firewall. All billets still. This stuff's so nice. Comes with a little arm to the stock clutch, and then it is just spring actuated in there, so you have a nice feel, which will be sweet. I guess that just disengages the trans, I don't really know. And then for the shifter, it's the DCT sequential shifter. Again, billet, super solid. I might get a little bit of the, I'm gonna stick this in the car and see how high it sits. I was thinking about maybe getting the higher one for the drift car and have this one in the red street car. But super sick. Not cheap, but you're paying for the quality, and their customer service is super good. If anything's ever messed up, they just send you a new part right away. So pretty stoked on that. That on the new engine rebuild. I've got all the engine parts going together. I'm gonna get a G30 660 turbo, I believe. And I'm thinking I'm gonna run these 8-valve heads. I have a guy who's giving me two 16-valve heads, which I've been a lot of contemplation, but they're pretty expensive to do the whole kit unless you can machine the valve reliefs in your pistons yourself. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm porting my 8-valve head. They're pretty proven to be awesome, so we'll see. But that's kind of the gist of the 8 HP on the red block. So I'm gonna pull this T5 swap right now to sell to a local guy in BC who's coming to pick it up this weekend. So let's do that. Okay, today's the day. We are gonna pull everything out of here. I got someone coming to pick up the transmission this weekend, the whole tranny swap. Shout out to Joe Yoda. He's grabbing the swap off me, so I gotta pull the transmission first. Oh, this isn't something I thought I'd be doing this soon, but we shall persevere. Stick this thing up in the air and see how easy it is to get out. Because I gotta pop this strut bar off first, because engine gonna be tilting. Good thing it's barely even on there. I'll just use this. Fuck. God damn. I think we're good. We're dent free. All right, rear drive shaft connection. Pull the drive shaft out, drop the transmission cross member, 4 bolts in the T5, and that should slide right out. And then you can do all the bell housing and stuff after. Shouldn't be too bad. Fresh tranny seal. Fuck yeah. This drive shaft is nice. $10 It's in the air. The windows are shut. Oh, I got an open window. We're cooking. We're cooking. Oh, this has got to be the most annoying part. Up and down and up and down. Woo! Almost took that one in the head. All right. Come to Papa. Oh, that's excellent. Wanted that trans fluid all over my floor. Do we think that I need a jack? I don't know. Let's find out. Nope. All right, Joe, you're gonna need some new tranny fluid in there. It's coming out. That's a nice shaft, buddy. Oh, boy. Nice. Right on. Wow, this is an awkward height. Oh yeah, lightweight, baby. Yeah. All right, trans is out. Oh yeah. Okay, now we just need to pop this unit off. Snap ring for the slave. I guess I'm not going to need that anymore if I'm going electronic. Cool. I guess it's a good idea to disconnect your downpipe. Then your transmission will tilt a lot harder. But I forgot. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Bell housing off. Okay. Pressure plate. All right, well, the pilot bearing just fell out. That makes sense why the throat bearing was so loud. It wasn't actually the... What? It's a little weird. Anyways, bearing's still mint. Weird. Oh, we lightened flywheel. Hell, oh yeah, we're still dry in there. Not that it matters. This engine's coming out. All right. Okay. This just got to pop off the drive shaft, the Yoshi drive shaft adapter here. Come on, you bastard. Right on. All right, there she is, the bare tunnel. I'm pretty excited to patch that back up, put an electric shifter in there. And be modernized with no engine leaks. Hopefully that's true. And here's the whole swap. Bell housing, adapter, Yoshi, light and flywheel, clutch, pressure plate kit, custom crazy shifter, nice one piece, world class 5, and then that's just a stock auto cross member. Some slight modifications. All right, I just pulled all that in I think 35 minutes. Next step will be yanking this engine out. I don't really think I want to do that today just because of space issues. I want to take one of these off the stand, and I want to pull this once I have the 8 HP and everything attached to that. So, do that another day. So I'm doing something I've never done on these is pulling this motor. I'm going to pull the whole stock ECU harness out with the ECUs because I'm moving to the max ECU with that plug and play harness I have. So I'll be able to sell that trans swap, sell this ECU and wiring harness, which are worth pretty decent money nowadays. So that'll help the project funds. But yeah, it should be nice to just totally clean up this engine bay. I don't need the distributor or anything anymore. Less catch cans, we hope. Yeah, maybe I'll just pull the old down pipe off right quick. Oh, love this tool. Let me go up in the air for the world's worst bolt. Yes. All right, this is what all I want to do so far. I'm just gonna pull the motor next, but as of right now, I just needed to move that tranny, get it gone, pay for some more adapter kit, maybe the max ECU, and then we'll go from there.